get it popping.
Yes, sir. Everything's on. Everything's recorded.
Nigga catch everything, yo. You can't get nothing by him, yo.
Come on now. I'm smooth.
Yo.
What's going on? We back with another one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up, what up, what up?
What's going on with y'all boys, man?
Chilling, man. We chilling. We here. Happy to be here. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Sir, happy Sunday.
We got another guest.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What you gonna say there?
Yo, I just realized we had a whole Mother's Day special. Father's Day came.
Yo, Father's Day, we didn't say nothing.
We didn't say nothing about Father's Day, right?
Disrespectful,
Yeah.
We didn't say nothing about Father's Day, for real.
Unbelievable.
Right now, yo. Shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day.
We ain't
You know what I'm
forget.
saying?
That's a fact. That's a
We ain't
fact.
forget.
It's a fact. Well, we got a very special guest in the building. You know what I mean? Y'all might have seen him. Y'all might have seen him singing, serenading. You know what I mean? Y'all might have seen him rapping. He do a little bit of both. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got Fly High Drew in the spot.
Let's go.
Yes,
Drew.
sir.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you guys.
What's up, my boy?
Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
Welcome,
sir.
welcome,
Yeah.
welcome.
Drew,
How you feeling,
bro?
man?
Yo, I feel good, man. I feel good to be out here, back with the guys, man. It's been a minute since I did a little interview, so it's nice, man. It's nice to be back on the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
No
sir.
pressure,
Yeah.
no pressure. No pressure. So let's get
Yeah.
right into it, man. You're a musical artist,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about your music.
Listen, Drew.
Well,
However you want to start it, yeah.
Matter of fact, tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Drew. I ain't gonna tell y'all my real name and stuff like that. We keep that confidential. But my name is Drew. Like you said, I'm a musical artist. Started making music damn near, I can't recall. I guess since a little kid and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But making music for a while. Also engineer as well. Been engineering for at least like a good almost 10 years as well. So yeah, I guess you can say I'm a jack of all trades between, singing, rapping, engineering, and hopefully producing, you know what I'm saying, one of these years, goddamn it.
That was actually gonna be
But
one of
yeah.
my questions about the producing and all that.
Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. Like I fuck with sampling, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. Like I think I'm good at finding like shit that sounds good, you know what I'm saying? I think the whole process, it's just like, knowing the door and just knowing what door to use and then being able to fuck with it when it comes to like making beats and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration from? Is it self-inflicted or it's from other people?
I could say a little bit of both, honestly, yo. From like, you could say from like personal life shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit that niggas be going through. You could say from like shit that niggas just be seeing, as niggas like grow up through life, external shit. But I could say a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot, what kicked things off, as far as music, was like not being able, like being a little shy, in school, not being able to like, you know what I'm saying, say the right things or whatever I'm gonna call it. So music was like an outlet, you know what I'm saying, to
Oh, I see.
say what I want, get things off my chest. It's like therapeutic, you know what I'm saying? Shit like
Can't
that,
see it coming down my eyes, so I gotta make the song cry. Type of thing.
type of vibe, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
Type of
Alright.
vibe.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you mentioned with music, like you got into it when you're like young. Did anything play into that? Like, was music in your household, or did you just like pick it up along the way?
Yeah, somewhat. My bro definitely got me into music. Like I remember like way back, niggas had like the iPod and shit like that. So he had like his Kanye, J. Cole,
Yeah.
Frank Ocean, shit like that. So I remember like, I was thinking about this story like a couple months ago, but I remember like it would be late night and I'll ask a nigga for the iPod. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm asking a nigga for an iPod late night, a nigga probably look at me like, yo, what the fuck this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, it's the type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? But I would, like, take his iPod at night, and literally I would just, like, listening to music, like, for, I don't know, a few hours before I fell asleep, like Frank Ocean, of course, Kanye, Twisted Fantasy, you know what I'm saying?
your boy.
Channel Orange, shit like that. James Blake, honestly, like, those are, like, my top 3 goats, you know what I'm saying? But I guess you could say it all started, like, from that, just my having interest in music. And from there, shit just kind of like just grew. I used to play the sax back in high school and shit like that. So had a little bit of, had a little bit of that sauce in me, a little jazz band, shit like that. And can I curse on this?
Yeah.
You already did a couple times.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You already did.
but yeah, word. Yeah, from there, shit kind of just evolved, and went into like just writing music, writing songs, and of course, then eventually went to being able to engineer, and a combination of all those things just came out to be this type of sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas ain't like me.
Real quick, Drew. So I've known you since we met in high school, North Rockland. Shout out NR. When I first met you, were you going by Drew? Fly High Drew at that time? I feel I almost want to say you weren't at the time, but nevertheless, my question is, how did you get the name Fly High Drew? That's basically what I was about to ask. Like, Fly High Drew, like, where does that come from, and what inspired that name? If you don't mind sharing, of course.
Nah, of course. I think before Drew, it was Delta. I didn't know why I came up with Delta.
Like the airlines?
I mean, that sounds fly though.
Yeah. Tight shit. I think it was. I don't even know where I came up with it. I think whatchamacallit. But now that you say that, the airlines, it kind of like correlates.
Yeah,
to
like you flying high. Yeah. It's all in the same realm.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where the Fly High came about. I think this is the interest of, I don't know, flying. I think my favorite animal is like a bird type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like.
You love that eagle emoji.
You know what I'm saying? That's my you know what I mean? That's my shit. That's my motto right there. But I think I guess it's the interest of flying. Being high, and just fly high just kind of rung off. And the Drew kind of just came from my name. Like, a lot of niggas don't know my middle name is Andrew. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was like, all right, bet. Let me just take the N.
I didn't even know his first name.
Yeah.
It's all good. That's personal. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah. Tell you off camera.
Word, but yeah, that's where it came about. Honestly, yo, this something as a kid. I've been thinking about changing it, but that's like back in my head thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what if I just did this, did that?
It seems like you've been rocking with it for like too many years now. There's no need to change it.
Type vibe, for at least 10 years type shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if anything, it'll probably like cut the Fly High out and just be Drew. But there's already so many Drews out there, like blah blah blah. So the Fly High does have to be incorporated, so it could be at least unique a little bit. Yeah.
For sure.
So with the music, which you. Shit.
Take your time.
So exactly, I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna cut it out.
That shit in there.
So yeah, with the music that you create, if you were to describe it to somebody who's looking into you for like the very first time, how would you describe your music to them? And a 2-part question: who is your music for?
Oh man, that's nice. That's a good question. I think you could say my music. Well, I feel like in the process of making music, there was like one thing I kind of had to realize, which was being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I felt that to an extent it was necessary to do so. To keep it real, blah blah blah, keep things personal. So I think it's a combination of course that. Of just just being personal, being authentic, none of that, fugazi, rocking, you know what I'm saying, whatever these guys be talking about. And it's 100% relatable. I can remember, growing up, one of the biggest things as part of like, being shy and shit like that, it was being relatable. There's problems that is not trendy, you know what I'm saying, that people are not going to talk about, that I felt like were necessary, to be talked about, you know what I'm saying, even the little things, you know what I'm saying, whether it's like, I don't know, like divorce, shit like that, you know what I'm saying, niggas don't be talking about like how that hits people. I mean, maybe now, But back then it wasn't so. So I think like conversations like that, I wanted to include that. I just wanted it to be relatable. So like if someone from the opposite side of the world listens to my shit, it'll be like, yo, like, I mean, they might not understand me and shit like that, but they could like feel it and be like, yo, like, I resonate with this guy. So I think it's the music's definitely for that. And what was it? What was the second question? I mean, I probably
well, you kind of just answer it, like, so basically what you're saying is like, now you could correct me if I'm wrong. Like music is like some form of an escape for you. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that usually like go through things and sometimes they can't really speak about it. So they have to like find like a certain outlet, to express those type of feelings. I take it that music is that for you. So you don't really strike me as like the type of guy to like, conversate with a lot of people. So I have to like kind of like get my shit off on this side, and music is for you. So yeah. You kind of did just answer it for me. Like it's relatable. There are some people who just can't talk to people, and they have to find ways to get their message out, and music could be one of them. Art, all of that stuff. So yeah, you 100%. Did answer it. Yeah.
Cool question, Drew. So you said you're an engineer. When you're in the studio with these other artists, how do you critique the other artists to make them better? And do they take your critiqueness as,
Good question.
How do they take that?
I would say like the biggest thing that I see when I'm in the studio with other artists is the potential. You know what I'm saying? Like I love to see, love to see the work ethic, things like that. As far as like, when I'm in there critiquing them, it might just be, I gotta at least see them in the moment and, see how serious they're taking it and things like such. And that's honestly how that's, that depends on the level of the critique. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, of course, like, I'm not gonna bash anyone. That's my biggest thing. I think like music is so subjective that I can't necessarily tell you that it's whack. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's just not for me type of thing.
It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get there. I'm like, yo, have some more energy. You know what I'm saying? Enunciate a little more. Blah blah blah. We're gonna get to where you want it to go. You know what I'm saying? Like the best analogy is like, the artist is in the passenger seat and I'm the one that's driving. He has the map. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get you to where you want to go.
I like
know
that.
what I'm saying?
I like that.
So when we're in the booth, we're doing it. We're you know what I'm saying? We're just I'm flowing with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just try my best to get them to where they want to go. And ain't nobody, niggas ain't no Beyonce, niggas ain't no so it's not gonna be the best. It's something that I gotta realize. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I could for days be like, yo, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that shit ain't it. But I gotta like find my level of like, all right, bet, yo, this, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool, this is nice. Let's go on. Yeah, all right, so let's hear this fully out. Let's see how it sounds. Oh, this is nice. All right, so how do you feel? All right, bet, I feel like it could be this. And we'll go from there. We'll just try to get the best product.
And do they ever take it like personally? Like they feel like,
who cares? Honestly, who cares? Honestly, that's why we're here. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say, stay right there, because I know you say that you don't want to be. It sounds like that you don't want to be too harsh or expect too much out of them, considering you want to meet them where they are, skill level wise.
100%.
However, I see you trying to keep it PG. And you trying to be Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
Some guys go in there and it's just
ass.
It's not good. Do you ever get that feeling like, even if it's like in the back of your head, you don't want to go out and say it outright, but in the back of your head, you're like, oh man, maybe this guy should go clock in some more hours at work, like maybe, maybe this isn't for you. And it's fine to just be putting out music for, for just the love of it. But sometimes I would assume that you might think, yo, this guy, making music is not for this person.
Not 100%. Yo, I'll be having times where me myself, I'm thinking like, damn, like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With this guy. But like I said, like initially, like it's about like, yo, like I guess I could attach that to the work ethic as far as like, yo, is this guy serious right now? Because I had sessions where niggas were fucking around. Oh, yo, I have 10 niggas in the booth. You know what I'm saying? It's hot as hell in July. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cop it, come here, in here with me. I'm like, yo, come on, what is guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's a part of it. You know, I had sessions like that where niggas just dicking around, niggas is, you know, drinking, smoking, which is of course a part of the culture and shit like that. But that's when it's like, all right, if we just fucking around, it's 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not necessarily gonna be here like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, do what the fuck you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Give me my bread and let's keep pushing type shit. You gotta have that though.
Nah,
you gotta
yeah,
have
yeah.
that. Cause I'm not gonna be here stressing for every session and like, you know, niggas are not even like taking it seriously. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
like,
for sure.
But other sessions where it's like, yo, this guy, oh, it's his first time in the booth. He's like, oh, he's trying to figure it out. Yo, we're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go a little overtime if I can. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna like figure this shit out. So like, at least when he come out, you know, you feel like, you know, you at least gain something and, you know, we did something. I hate for someone to come out of session, like besides the niggas that, of course, like don't give a fuck, but I hate for anyone to come out of session where it's like, gee, this engineer didn't do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Nah, for sure.
That's not what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So at least that's just how I think about it. You know.
Do you ever find yourself like wanting it more than the artists? What I mean by that is, you know, when they come in and, for lack of a better term, they're dishing out mediocre work, if we could call it that, and visually it just seems like they're okay with it. Do you ever find yourself like in your head or maybe saying out loud like, yo, I think if we went this direction it could be a lot better, and you look at them and they're just like, I don't know, like they're not as into it as you are, you know what I mean? Like, do you ever find yourself like, yeah, like wanting it more, like you want a great session out of this and they're just fine with it being good?
Yeah, I've had those. You know, I definitely have those. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. It's like might be something like, I don't know, you might call it embarrassing, where, you know, I'm like, yo, maybe we could try these harmonies, or yo, maybe we could and, you know, they're like, oh, let's just keep it pushing type shit. You know, it's like, all right,
Yeah.
at least I try it type shit. You know, I don't mind putting myself out there. More often than not, you know, people are willing to like, yo, let's see what's going on. And, you know, then it's like, all right, is the idea fire or is it not? You know what I'm saying? That's the next step after that. You know what I'm saying? And
On your perspective.
On my perspective, you know. So let's say I try something and it's like, all right, let's do it. And the next idea is like, all right, is this a good idea or is it not? You know. And sometimes you know, we try it out and it's dope, and sometimes it doesn't work out and like, all right, bet, let's keep it pushing. Maybe it might spark something else. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's necessary. You know what I'm saying, to always kind of like say, yo, what if we do it like this, or what if we added this, or maybe we add like some low tones and shit like that, because you never know what might come out of it, you know.
For sure.
So, given that you was a shy person in high school and doing what you're doing now as an artist, have you felt like you impressed yourself as far as where you came from and where you are now?
For sure. But I was honestly listening to my first album on the way here, just kind of see what's going on, and I was like, yo, nigga done improved, OD type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as like the, you know, the music, and I think as a person as well. Like, I wasn't like, I think if, you know, back then I probably couldn't have this type of conversation. You know, I probably would have been, you know, stuttering and whatnot. I've been a little intimidated, blah blah blah. But I think through the years, you know, I done grown up a lot in a lot of aspects. You know, just being able to talk to people, being vulnerable, being able to, you know, I guess wear my skin type of vibe. I do have like the same moments. Like I think I'm an introvert at heart. You know what I'm saying? I do have my moments, you know, where I'm like, you know, I'm a little harsh on myself, blah blah blah, and you know, I don't want to come outside type scenario, which is I do got to step outside. Niggas got to make money at the end of the day. But, you know, I be having those moments. But, you know, at least now it's like I could pull myself out of there and be like, yo, nigga, let's see what the fuck you done. You know, you done did type shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep going type shit, you know? So yeah, for sure.
Drew, stay right there. So we spoke about, early on, you weren't too outgoing. You weren't necessarily a guy that would spark conversations, whatever, whatever. Now, me knowing you and your background a little bit, a lot of people probably don't know. I don't know if you guys are aware. You were in some sort of a group almost, or it's a group. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you guys did your own individual things, but you guys also have jumped on tracks together.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever put out a project together, but Prosperity Entertainment.
100%. The guys is.
Shout out Diesel. All the guys over there.
All the guys.
Yeah. Let's talk to us about that, because maybe I haven't been looking, maybe I haven't saw anything, but I just recently haven't seen too much about Prosperity. It seems like you guys almost put down the back burner and haven't really been doing too much with that. So just talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, they the guys is, I'll say that. That's like damn near family right there. Those were like some friends I met in high school, who kind of who had the same vision, not kind of, as far as like music on that aspect, wanting to, same type of sound, things like that. So salute to them, yo. I give all their respect to them. They definitely like help, shape the vision. It's necessary to have guys that want the same things. 'Cause it keeps you more hungry and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to that. I'll do beyond. I will keep it real though. Yeah, we definitely kind of like died down a little bit. The guys kind of, what I'm saying, niggas grew up a little bit. Niggas is having kids and shit like that. I'm the last nigga standing. At least in New York, I'll say that. You know what I'm saying. But it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like it comes with life, you know what I'm saying? Like there's one thing and then there's another, there's one opportunity and then there's another opportunity. Well, sometimes there's only one opportunity, but as far as like growth and progression and moving on, you know what I'm saying? It definitely happens. They definitely still the guys, you know what I'm saying? The entertainment Prosperity is still active, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not posting as much or as far as like dropping, but it's still active and it's still visions that could come about with it, for sure.
Got you.
100%.
All right, so with your music, let's get into the process a little bit. Like, what sparks the initial idea for a song, all the way from like I said, like the initial idea, all the way to the mixing and mastering stage. I know it's a lengthy process, but when you get an idea for a song, how do you go about fleshing it out?
It's a little bit of a process, but usually, of course, you gotta find the beat. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess depending on the mood. Like nowadays, I hop on like these platforms like Spice and shit like that. I could like go through samples and shit like that. So depending on the mood on the day, I'll go through my samples, find something that, relates to that. And, throw it on Pro Tools, get myself ready.
Use Pro Tools, man.
Pro Tools, that's my baby right there, yeah.
Come on, man. It's all about Logic.
Logic?
It's all about Logic here, dog.
Logic is nice. I ain't gonna lie. I used to use Logic. Logic is definitely like easy to get accustomed to. I mean, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Like it's fire, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Logic. Pro Tools, I think I used to be on FL Studio, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I started off
garage stuff, man. FL Studio
type shit.
Underground.
Yeah, different shit. So when I hopped on Pro Tools, it was on some like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Like I literally saw music differently a little bit, which is funny. But wait, what were we talking about initially? My bad.
so with the song process, like what sparks the initial idea?
Yeah. So I throw shit on Pro Tools, and I'm a melody guy, yo. Like I would say, like I really started singing more than rapping. I still be rapping. You know what I'm saying? I know we got some haters in the room. You know what I'm saying?
R&B ass nigga for real now, yo.
So I'm all about the shorties and shit. I'll get to that. Sadly, why I like switched over and shit like that. But I go off the melody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll like just hum it out for a good 16 bars or a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just to kind of find like the right cadence. Usually it's damn near like the first one You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you like, you just no thought in the world. There's no, oh man, I got to do like that. You know what I'm saying? So you really just like, you know what I'm saying? You just doing whatever. And that's usually the one that I usually grasp for and like, oh shit, this is nice. And, you know, just the creativity, you know, just off the whim, you know what I'm saying? Clutch, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this feel nice. All right, fuck this, you know what I mean? Like, so I'll fill it out, you know. Sometimes it might take me like an hour to really flesh out a verse. Sometimes it might take me goddamn, you know what I mean, a few months, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all like I try to keep it natural. I try not to overforce things. I mean, of course, there's deadlines and shit like that, so things have to be met. But I try to keep it, you know, real and authentic as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, after a while, it comes out to be, you know, something.
Two
something
questions.
great.
What do you do when you have writer's blocks? And also, is there ever a time where you have the song written out before the beat and you have to make the beat around the song?
Yeah, I used to write. I used to write before sessions or before I was like in the booth, but I was like, goddamn, like 2018 type shit. You know what I'm saying? I think everything now is like just kind of in the moment because you know you could like write something outside the studio, and then as soon as you hop on the mic, you know it might just not hit how you wrote it out, like outside off the mic type thing, you know what I'm saying? And I had those occasions, you know, I mean, of course, like, you know, after a while, you know, you can make shit work, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with rapping, you know, it's easier to, you know, pull that off where you can write some shit on the side and then hop on the mic and, you know what I'm saying, because it's rapping. But at least with singing and shit like that, you know, you might have something like a melody that you got, you know what I'm saying, off campus or whatever the case is, and as soon as you hop on a mic, it's not hitting the same, you know what I'm saying, and you might not have the same sauce, you know, might be in the same mood, you might have had eggs instead of cereal, you know what I'm saying, so that day, you know, it literally, you know what I'm saying, like, so it might not just be hitting the same, so usually most of the time I'm just like, you know, I'm in the moment type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, let's pull this shit up right now, and then, you know, I hop in there, see what's going on, and, you know, we take it from there. So, yeah, I'm usually in studio with it.
And as far as the writer's block?
Yeah, I could definitely, like, hop off that shit for...
Or take like a walk or something, just get your mind right, come back to it with a whole new, you know, perspective on it. Type
Literally type of vibe, yo. Just recently, I just took like 2 weeks off for the studio, just to kind of like focus on other things, you know, going to the movies. I don't know, like just, you know, catching up on information, you know. I think being active in other things, you know, it helps with, you know, the music as well. Like, I used to be like in the studio every day, which is great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of things done. But I also wasn't experiencing much else in life, you know what I'm saying? Which was, you know, kind of an issue where I would have those writer's blocks and I'll be like, yo, I'm just talking about nonsense. Yeah.
You gotta go out and live a little bit and then actually have something to actually talk about.
100%.
Now, it could also work like both ways too. Like, there's that way where you come back and it's like it's all fresh again. Do you ever like come back, like you go take the little break? Do you ever come back and it's just like, I'm not feeling too good about this idea, and you just scrap it? Like, do you scrap any projects, or you like, you know what I mean? Like, you throw them away like you're never to be seen again, or you kind of like keep them in the tuck? I'll come back to it. Maybe it could even be like 2 years. I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
And it's just like new again, and you go from there.
100%, 100%. Yo, I'll be honest. The last project I dropped, yo, like, I think there was probably only one song on that album that I made that year. Maybe one or two, honestly, yo. At least started, you know what I'm saying, like that year, 2024. The rest of them was like, you know what I'm saying, way back in 2020, you know what I'm saying. Some songs were like dropped in the process, like I had some features, but there's a few where it's like, you know, I sat on it for like damn near like a few years before I like, you know, had gotten back to it. So yeah, it definitely happens, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, I'll sit off it. There's definitely times where like in the studio where like I would just turn the beat off and I'll like I don't know use the bathroom and
Yeah.
I just got the melody in my head and as soon as I come back
It's go time.
It's go time and I already I kind of like thought about it a little bit without the beat and then I'm able to continue. So I have my ways. Sometimes are more stricter than others, but there's ways to kind of get around the writing block nowadays for sure. The writer's block. Yeah.
So Drew, knowing that you're an engineer, so you can basically put together the music yourself. So you don't really need, somebody else to do it for you.
I can't say that.
And this is what I was gonna go. I was gonna say, does it help having somebody there? To like you said, having somebody there as a driver, and you're just, for lack of a better term, passenger prince, and you're just with the you have it mapped out, but you have a driver. Does it help having another engineer in the room with you so you can just focus on just you being the creative and you coming up with the actual music part of it instead of having to put everything together? Speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, 100%, yo. The last single I dropped last month, Triple Dub, that shit I had recorded with my boy Ricky. He was the producer of the beat, and he actually flew in from ATL, and we recorded it. And that was honestly like at least as far as like the recent sessions I had. One of the easiest, honestly. I think we recorded that shit in damn near an hour. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Punch it in, next line. I wasn't too focused on, how it sounded. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So definitely having like another engineer. But it all depends on the chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say like an engineer is moving too slow. And I'm like, yo, like I just lost the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're moving too slow for me. So it depends on the chemistry. But more often than not, like it is dope to have other people in the studio, whether it's like someone who's not even like related to music or not the producer, not the engineer, that's like your homie and shit like that. It depends, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I am an introvert, so I do like sometimes like I might say something, say something vulnerable on the track and. While if I were to have like my boys there, I'm not gonna really get into that bag per se. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the vibe, but other times having the boys there, times where I might get tripped up in my head, like I'm like, yo, how this sound? Niggas like, should I? I'm like, all right, say that, fuck it, let's keep going.
Yeah, that was gonna be like my next question to you. Like, do you like whenever? All right, so you have the idea, you have like let's say the chorus. The breakdown, the bridge, and you're asking for like advice. Like, do you take criticism well? Let's say for example, your boy might be the engineer, so you could focus on the music aspects of things.
Yeah.
Let's say he says something. Are you able to like receive it well, or you're just in your head about it? Like, damn, why he say that about the track? Like, yeah, you know what I mean?
I remember there was one time. I think he was a producer, but I remember I had sent him a song and he was like, "Yeah, this is a great interlude." I was like, "Ain't no interlude, nigga." like, you know what I'm saying? It's probably a single. God damn.
Because it's like I worked really hard on this, and
yeah,
it's just like the level of work that goes into like creating like this type of art.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost blasphemous for other people to be like, yeah, that's cool. Like it's like cool, like you said, good interlude. Like, bro, do you not know the level of time and effort I put into this? Like you said, this is like a song I'm working on, a single. Like I'm making this for like radio at some point. Like, what do you mean interlude?
100%, yo. But I mean, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I could like label myself a perfectionist. I could kind of get in those bags, and I do. I'm not gonna lie to myself. But it happens. I mean, there's some ideas or scenarios where it's like the Triple Dub track that I dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure like how we were able to make it in an hour because we kind of like bounced off the ideas and like, yo, this should be like this, should be like that, and I'm open to it. Like this is music that's it's not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like this music is not for me. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do keep shit personal. Like I'm working on some shit right now that is started. I guess you could say after the breakup type shit where I kind of like went back to I kind of went back to the samples and shit like that. I'm trying a new sound out, like, you know, hopping on like, you know, sample beat, you know, while singing on it, shit like that. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like this lost focus on what we're what we're talking about.
That's great. That's cool.
To pivot real quick, let's talk about your accolades. What's your favorite accolade that you had so far? You said you've been 10 years in.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The most recent, yo. Shout out the Geysers, yo. We were able to get our song on All American.
I seen that.
A couple
Yes,
months
sir.
ago, yo.
Yeah.
That was.
Congratulations, man.
I appreciate.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate
Come on
that,
now.
yo. Yeah, that was definitely a surreal moment right there. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, thinking about it, you know, I grew up watching CW, you know, Supernatural, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to hear my voice on. Like, you know, even CW, Netflix, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So just to be able to hear my voice, you know, on a television, you know, it's something that, like, you know, the 12-year-old in me would be like, yo, good shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's fulfilling. It's an eye opener that, you know, dreams do come true type of shit. It's a testament that, you know what I'm saying, like, just keep hustling and shit will definitely happen, you know. So it's I'll say my biggest and my most favorite accolade for sure.
That's
honestly.
dope.
That's
That's
fly.
dope.
That's fly.
That's dope.
So, Drew, I know in the past you've done Fly High Drew and Friends.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, Fly High Drew and Friends.
Yes, sir.
Which I'll let you,
Last time.
which I'll let you speak about. And also the writers' room.
Yeah.
So, you know, just can we just know a little something about that, and if you plan on bringing more back, if you plan on bringing a second installment of that.
Yeah,
what that
100%,
looks like.
yo. Yeah, Fly High Drew and Friends, that shit, along with, like, the Writers Room, we started that shit last year. Well, I'll say we, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was, the ideas pretty much was around at least, like, being able to, you know, bring niggas with me along with, you know, have niggas come through with the ride, you know what I'm saying? However the fuck I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was a dope experience, you know what I'm saying? Being able to, you know, have a musical event, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, have a networking event at the same time, it being like a pop-up shop, you know what I'm saying? So, like, as far as it was a great community event pulled off. We did it twice last year, where, you know, everybody was kind of like, you know, getting mixy and shit like that, you know, exchanging contacts. You know, I was like looking back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my job is done type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did my thing, you know what I'm saying? So it was a dope event. It's along with the writers room as well. Just you know, a community event, which is needed, especially in I'll say in Rockland, where, you know, there's not that much of that. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, events where mutual businesses can come together and you get along and things like that, which I think is necessary for growth. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, you know, everybody's kind of in their corner and, you know, kind of like, damn, they're competing. But, you know, we pulled it off. Great. Definitely am still planning on getting another one together. I'm in the talks with a couple venues. I'm not gonna speak too much on it, 'cause, you know, I don't like, you know what I'm saying shit like that. But definitely within the next couple months, we should be able to pull something off. And at least this time around, at least I'll say this, you know, we're trying to at least be able to, you know, pay the artists out this time. You know what I'm saying? I think that's, you know, it's a must. You know, niggas be coming through and, you know, showing their art. You know, they do deserve some type of profit. And I know a lot of artists, at least in the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, they never, like, kind of experienced that before. So I want to try to bring that in there and, you know, change the game up a little bit. For sure.
It's a nice incentive, you know, especially from the hometown. Like, you see the hometown people just, all right, I'm willing to give you this and that. It makes them want to, like, come back, do more, help out, you know, be more community oriented.
100%, yo. And, you know, we're trying to make this shit worldwide eventually, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole motherfucking machine. So, you know, it's a process for sure.
Yeah.
So besides the music, what do you do? What's life outside of music?
Life is great, man. Life is great. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll tell the people I am a nurse as well. Type
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm.
Oh shit. We was just talking about
Yo,
nurses.
nurses have bad reps, right?
Are the male nurses just as bad as the women nurses? What?
About to get into some mess now.
TMI,
Are we
TMI.
done with the music now? Can we?
Nah, TMI. But it's you know it's great. I mean, that's another thing. You know, I gotta say, like, you know, especially with this music thing, you know, you gotta have, you know, some type of income to keep that shit, you know, moving along. You know, I was able, you know, I was doing a combination of engineering, and I still am, you know, doing a combination of engineering and, you know, artist, you know, just focus on the artistry, able to, you know, juggle both of that to, like, you know, fund the music, you know. But nowadays, you know, it's inevitable. You need some type of backing to keep shit pushing. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, you know, it could happen. You know, niggas could go viral and shit like that, which is true, and it's just great. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's like a little necessary to have.
So what do? You like give them IV and be like, yo, listen to Fly High Dream.
You throw your music as a background
Yeah,
music?
check this out.
I mean, I be trying to keep it P, honestly, yo. I damn near like erased like niggas don't know my last name and shit like that. I'm not trying to like offend. I did have like this most recent. I had someone like, it was like some shorty and she was like, you know, I recognize, even with the mask on, you know, I recognize you from somewhere. I'm like,
You don't know me, mama.
you know what I mean? But I be trying to keep it P. But yeah, I be having scenarios where, you know, like, you know, patients of mine, you know, are like, you know, niggas that listen to the music, you know, niggas passing by, oh, what up, Drew? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fly.
It's like,
That's fly.
so it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I try to keep it P. You know?
Yeah, you mentioned
Nah, go ahead,
you mentioned something, you know, moments ago about virality. So when you're going into your process of like, you know, making the song, is that something you're thinking about, or it's just like, I'm gonna make this song, put it out there, whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, I try. I mean, it's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think nowadays you can't help but think about. I mean, yeah, like I said, like it depends, like, you know, how I'm feeling. But sometimes you can't help but think about, oh, what might get the people going. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're like out and about. You know, you're going to concerts. You're listening to what gets people going. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes it's inevitable to kind of like say, all right, let me like try to incorporate that. Though I don't try to force nothing.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, like, it's like every time I step in the studio, it's like a therapeutic session. So it depends on like what I'm going through. That's like the main focus, you know what I'm saying, as far as like me letting things off. So I go off that, you know what I'm saying?
It's not a driving force for you, basically. You're just creating just to create.
100%. But like I said, you know, depending on what in the moment, like let's say within a 16, I'm like, oh shit, I could do, I could like have this type of cadence, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, I'll knock it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not necessarily against that, but yeah, it's not necessarily like what I really.
Yeah.
believe
So
in.
stay right there though. So with that moment, like let's say it does happen.
Yeah.
So when you find yourself in that process, like, do you ever feel like you're chasing it, or like you ever feel like, all right, you said something about the 16, like I could do this, I could do that. Like, do you ever feel like you're chasing it? Does it take like the what word am I looking for?
Drive.
Yeah. Does it take the drive out of it for you? It's just like, all right, I'm not really. What am I trying to say?
Like the authenticity of it.
Yeah. Does it feel authentic to you at that point? Does it? Yeah. Good. Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'm here. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you. I was struggling, boy.
When you started.
I was getting hot over here, yo. I was getting hot.
Nah, it's all good. That's a good question. That's a great question. I would say not, honestly. I think like in the moment of chasing, let's say something that's like, oh, like, just gonna get the people going, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's still like a sense of like, 'cause I feel like what's like a good and bad thing about me, you know, I tend to always try to make a challenge out of everything. Like, I can't like just say, oh, this works. Let me just keep, you know what I'm saying, keep jabbing with it, you know what I'm saying? So I'll try and make a challenge out of everything. So in those moments, you know what I'm saying, where I am chasing the viral moment, I'm still like, okay, how can I make this mine? Like, I'll still add some Drew sauce to it. So like, I'm chasing it, but I'm also like adding my authenticity into it as well, which will never like will never have me like I guess lose the drive, lose the authenticity of it. Yeah.
Dope. So Drew, I guess last couple of music questions before we pivot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any, but if you had to like just come up with 3 right now, what are your top 3 studio ground rules? Like for your studio sessions. Like if you're gonna have people in the studio session, these are 3 things non-negotiable that I need to either go down or I need not to happen. Like give me 3 of them.
Man.
Both perspective. Like you going into the booth to and then
as an
mix and engineer. Yeah.
Well, this is funny. Well, number 1, as an engineer, please don't pull up drunk. And no, let me finish. Please don't pull up drunk to the studio with your little thing. End up knocking out together.
Oh,
damn.
it sound like you singing for me. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Don't
pull up.
And pass out on that couch.
I don't want to get into it.
That's number 1.
Damn. All right. So it was a scenario. I got to get into it. I got into it. It was a scenario where I ain't gonna name no names, but it was a scenario where like I'm an engineer. This is like one of my early years, and like wasn't too much people in the studio. I think like probably like 4 people, but it was that couple as well. Came through a little drunk, and niggas ended up knocking out. And then I guess Shawty woke up. She like threw up in a cup. She fell back asleep.
Oh no.
The nigga woke up, took the cup,
Drink it?
drank.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait, drink what? Drink her cup or?
Yeah. I'm over there like,
man.
I'm over there like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga in the booth, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, we keeping it pushing. But those are like, I might get to that. But that's like, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, niggas can vibe out. But those are like scenarios where like, you know what I'm saying? Try not to pull up with too many heads. I mean, it'd be like that, but it's certain areas where it's like 13
Yeah, that's OD. That's too much.
It gets hot.
This ain't no posse cut.
Literally, 10 niggas in the booth, you know what I'm saying? No bitches. No bitches. No, at that, no bitches. Probably like 1 bitch, and that's the nigga shorty, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, you know what I mean? Right next to her, you know what I'm saying? Ain't going nowhere. But, I mean, I guess that is that. I'm not too strict on that, on anything, on much else. I mean, I do have scenarios. I think another one was like being too excessive. It just depends on the being too excessive. It just depends on the artist though. Like sometimes people are like right over your shoulder type vibe. Like yo, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it depends on the moment. Sometimes I'm with it. You gotta just keep in the back of your head like are you getting paid and shit like that. So it's cool. Yeah. But other time it's like yo, like damn, like. How many times you gotta fucking move the snare? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good where it's at. Let's keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't reveal all my frustrations all the time. So,
okay.
What about you as an artist?
As an artist, it depends on the moment. Like, I think like a lot of times I like to kind of just be dolo. Not too many distractions. If I am with some people, as long as them niggas is not too rowdy, like that's calm. I don't really have too many complaints. If I'm with an engineer, like, I think it mainly like just matters on the chemistry. But I'm not like so much like if I'm with an engineer, blah blah blah. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna be annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like we're working together type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to make something happen. But most often than not, I'm the one who's behind the boards, and I'm punching myself in, and I like to keep shit dolo, a little, what I'm saying, a little spliff in the hand, got the game on type vibe, door lock, what I'm saying, I don't want no niggas coming in type vibe, and I'm just focused type shit, what I'm saying, not too many distractions.
Word.
So yeah, you wear both hats, the mixing engineer, the artistry. Yeah. So if you had to pick one to give up and just do one forever, which one would it be? Are you making music or are you making other people's music
No,
better?
he's making music.
I'm definitely making
He's
music,
making
man.
music.
Fuck
Facts.
these guys, man. No disrespect, man, but you know, I mean, yeah, most often than I'll definitely like just pick up the music. I mean, it would be dope to like be able to make someone else's music if they were like I guess if I was a fan of their music and like they're on the come up and shit like that. There be times where I'm in a session though and I'm like, damn, like, I just want to like end this session and
Yeah.
just take this nigga beat and just do it better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like vibe, you know what I'm saying?
You don't know what he doing with this.
It's like shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna give him too much sauce, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But yeah, if I were to give up one, I would definitely give up engineering. But at the same time, like realistically in this world, music is so hard to. I mean, like I said, you can get viral, you can have the funding, you have investors, shit like that, where you can make it happen. But having the engineering definitely helps. As far as being as far as in the networking aspect, you know what I'm saying, meeting clients, meeting other artists, meeting other people in general that are in the music industry, being able to find myself in studios that I wouldn't have necessarily been in unless I was a client paying such and such bread to be in this room, you know what I'm saying? So having that engineering hat definitely is a great leeway where I could fuck it, I'll be an engineer for this certain amount of time to then, fuck around and gain this connection and, tap in with the artistry and shit like that. So
real quick, Drew, right before we pivot, which I just want this last and final question, Drew.
sure.
Who is your dream collab? If you could pick anybody to make a song with, rather, not forget a song, scrap a song, an album, a project with. With. Who's your dream collab?
It used to be Kanye, but
You don't want to be in a room with him for too long.
Nah, type shit, man. But if I were to say dream album,
Guy and girl.
if it's a female, I gotta give it to Beyonce.
Beyonce,
I'm not gonna lie,
okay.
Beyonce.
That's a great choice. Great choice.
Beyonce, God, it will make a fire.
Going up.
Yeah, he knows. He needs that bag.
That's behind.
Beehive bag, that shit's serious. I'll tell you that, man. Instant, you know what I mean? Shout out Jay-Z. But
Shout him out.
no conflicts. You
Yeah,
feel me?
shout him out.
But if it was a guy though, yeah, it would have been Kanye back then. But I feel like if that were to be an album, there had to be like a lot of other features and shit like that. Kanye can't really hold his own. No disrespect.
Oh, nah.
Yeah. But it's true. It's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, salute. Just give him your at name and everything.
you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It probably would be like it might be. I mean, Frank might be up there. That was like inspiration. James Blake. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it'll be like it might be a number one album, you know what I'm saying? He's like a different, you know what I'm saying? Like he's alternative.
He's very talented, yeah.
Type shit, but he's fire. He's definitely fire for sure. Yeah, at least now that might be. What about y'all? Do y'all have like who y'all think I'll probably make like a?
I think your sound. There's a couple of people. There's definitely a couple of people that I can see you in there with. Off the top of my head, I can see you and Masego.
That'll be
You
fire.
and Masego definitely do something. You and Smino. I can see that sound. Smino could hold his own.
That shit, that'll be a little challenge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might need a writing course.
Yeah.
Get some syrup in there.
Yeah. As silly as it may sound, I don't know, Vince Staples.
Yeah.
Vince Staples, I can see
That
you with
doesn't
Vince.
sound silly at all. That's a great choice.
Yeah.
Vince Staples is fire. He's fire. He got his own sound too, yo, which is dope. So the combination, yo, that'll be interesting.
And then just on a singing tip, actually, you and Anderson .Paak.
Anderson
Anderson .Paak is
I was gonna
tough.
say that. Oh, I should've
you
said
and,
it.
you and
That's a
Anderson
go.
.Paak. That'll be it. That'll be fly.
That's a go. I feel like him and my sound. I mean, not to what to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
Just say it. Go ahead.
I
Just
could
say
see
it.
what Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox is also fire too.
Ari will have you wiped down with the vocals.
Yeah, Ari's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah.
It's been a minute since I sang too, so I'm gonna have to like spill a little melodic verse. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, now honestly, they definitely are interesting. You know, Anderson Paak, Masego too, cause they be on a live sound, which is tough. You know, I fuck with live sound. Performing with a band, that's just fucking incredible, yo. Cause you could like. You know, the audio was tough, you know what I'm saying? You know what's going to happen, but with a band, like...
You can orchestrate.
You can orchestrate that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is magical. But, yeah, definitely some dope artists, for sure. Shout out all of them.
It's fly.
For sure, man.
All right. So we got, like, trying something new. It's probably, like, this is going to be our first time doing it. And it doesn't have to be something that sticks or anything, but I figured this is an appropriate time to implement it. So it's basically called This or That. So I give you two options, and you pick which one you would rather, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one on the spot too.
Straightforward. You got one on your head? Yeah?
Yeah, but go ahead.
All right. But just for Drew real quick, I got like 5 for you, and we could just run through these real quick. You don't got to explain it. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to, you feel me? You don't
It's
need
like
to.
drink champs in a way.
Exactly.
word,
Exactly.
word,
Yes,
word.
exactly.
Sure.
So hip-hop or R&B?
Off the rip.
Off the rip.
Shit, man. Damn, that's a good one, bro. Cause you know I want to say off rip is I want to say R&B, but I grew up on hip hop, and hip hop has like a combination of like all those. They got the soul,
definitely
R&B and
does.
shit like that. So I thought I might just go with hip hop, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the sauce right there.
That's dope. Chris Brown or Usher?
Yo, you thought this through. I got
Come on.
That's fire.
I can't even answer, honestly.
Damn, yo. Then he got some drinks. Damn, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Usher got like a legacy. Chris Brown, I think right now, just recently, in my opinion, because I've recently been listening to Chris Brown more, I feel like he might even leave like a bigger legacy, not gonna lie. Okay. So yeah,
sensational.
Yeah. So, I feel like if he had the Rihanna allegation, bro, he would have been like
sure.
Allegation. You seen that?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, and not for nothing, it wasn't just Rihanna, bro. Karuchi.
Word.
He had a couple
Hey, we
of
do
like
not
incidents.
support domestic violence.
Nah,
Of course not. Of course not.
Disclaimer.
So you said, so you saying Chris Brown?
Yeah, I gotta get Chris Brown. No, shout out Usher though, yo.
Shout out Usher. Shout him out.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout him out. Shout him out. All right, studio sessions, midday or late night?
I think I gotta give it late night.
Late night.
And it's different type of energy.
Yeah.
More intimate.
Type of vibe, yo. Sundown type shit. I used to hate when the sun came up late night. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Dreamville or TDE? Top Dog.
Damn, that's a nice one. Yeah, you got like.
I like what you got going on
Come
here.
on, I see you. I mean,
We got like Kendrick, SZA, Zay, School.
what?
We got Cole.
Soul.
Yeah, you got Sir. We got Cole, Jen, Boz. We got Luke. That's my nigga. Ari.
Omen.
Omen.
Yeah.
Sound like you going TDE, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like.
No, I mean Dreamville. My bad.
Nah, like,
No right or wrong, man. It's your preference. No right or wrong.
that's a tough one. I might have to give it to. Yeah, I gotta give it to TDE, man. That triple threat, man. That Zay, K Dot, and SZA. I ain't gonna lie, that's
a tough big three.
yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, I feel like Dreamville could probably. I mean, Cole.
Definitely Cole, JID. I'd say
JID and all.
Kaz, Boz. Yeah, it's tough. You can't. I don't think there's a wrong answer. You know, it's all
But I
preference.
feel like, do you feel like TDE's top 3 is better than J Cole's top? I mean, Dreamville's top 3.
TDE currently, because Kendrick's no longer TDE. If we're being technical.
Oh shit!
If we're being technical.
I mean, let's talk about like
Yeah, but
historical,
me personally,
all time great.
I just think Kendrick and Cole almost cancel each other out, right? Almost, pretty much.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say
So
that.
then you got what? Who's the
When you
next
say
up?
cancel,
They like
who's-
cancel each
who's-
other out.
Who's up? One you said
Me
almost.
personally, I have Kendrick take like
He's
Kendrick has the edge in my opinion.
right now, just because, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Undeniable.
Discography and all that. I think Kendrick got the edge over Cole.
Now,
me personally.
could we make the argument that the reason why you guys are answering TDE is because they're like more mainstream right now in light of all the events
I've
that are
always
happening?
leaned more towards TDE than Dreamville.
I could say that too. It's like the history, yo. Like Zay, I grew up on Zay.
Yeah.
I grew up on Cole too. I fuck with Ari. Bobs was hard too. Jid, I might put Bobs over Jid just because of like just who I listened to. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, but I think Jid is a better artist,
And I can't
a
say
better
that-
rapper.
And I can't say that you mess with TDE more than Dreamville because some of the music that you recommended to me came from the Dreamville hive.
Nah, for sure. Like I'm a big Dreamville fan, and I'm a big TDE fan. I just personally think because Isaiah Rashad's my favorite artist. Off rip, he's on TDE.
I'm mobbing to the beach.
Exactly. And then you got SZA. SZA's probably it's SZA.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then you
She's up
got
there.
Kendrick. It's Kendrick. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Then you got J Rock. You got Absol.
Type
You
shit.
feel me? Even Ray Vaughn coming now. He's talking that talk. Like he's nice.
It's a tough
You feel me?
lineup.
Like
bench
it's
is fire.
very tough. You
Tough
know.
lineup,
So
yeah.
I personally go TDE, but Dreamville, there's no slouches over there in Dreamville either. JID
Not at all.
alone, Jid alone. Is really like that. Like I don't think people
Yeah.
really understand how much
no.
he's like that. He's really like
No,
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then J Cole is J Cole. You know.
Type shit. Yeah.
So I don't think there's no wrong answer.
We're not gonna go in depth. But
Yeah, who did you even say? You said TDE?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards TD, but I mean, as far as the discography, I gotta go back to that though. Like the discography before
He's trying to
with
clean
J.
it up.
Cole and
He's trying,
I'm
he's trying to leave
I
the door open
I
for a
wanna
J Cole
comment on
collab.
I say, yo, J. Cole, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm in New York too, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like the discography, J. Cole discography is fake fire.
OD.
Fire. I might. I don't want to switch answers, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, yeah, J. Cole discography is fire.
I feel
I
it.
ain't gonna lie.
All right, so this is the last one from me for the this or that. Kanye or Pharrell? Strictly production. Kanye or Pharrell?
Production.
Strictly production.
Ooh. I wish I could answer this.
That's a doozy. A little bit so, but I think. Hold on, let me give some.
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
There's no right or wrong answer.
So whatever you.
I just gotta give it to Kanye. My bad. No disrespect to Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me up, Pharrell. You know what I'm saying, but I feel like just because of it's what I grew up on. I was heavy on Kanye. Even now, like I could like just pinpoint a Kanye production. Like I mean, I could pinpoint a Kanye production without even like knowing it was Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So I feel I'm just more drawn to that. But Pharrell's fire too.
Fire.
He's fire,
He's
yo.
in my top 5.
He's
all
definitely
time.
top 5. He's definitely
Production
up there,
all
yo.
time. He's in my top 5.
He's definitely up there. I don't even see like anyone else taking him out that top 5 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but Kanye though for sure.
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
I gotta give it to Nicki, man.
Yeah, same.
I gotta give it to Nicki. She might actually be like, she might be top 3.
In what? Top 3 what?
Nah, top 5
Top 5 what?
all time.
All time what? Tell me. You nice. What is the
time.
category? What is it?
Female.
Okay, all right.
Artist.
That's fine.
It might not even
I'm
be
giving
rapper.
I'm giving her
Artist.
top 5 female artists.
Female artist.
Because then you got Whitney Houston. You got artistry.
Okay,
Or we talking about hip hop and rap?
All right. It
'Cause-
got, okay. But only reason why I said artist is because like you might have some better MCs. Better female MCs, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like as far as like her career,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, being like who she came up to be, the whole, you know what I'm saying, all the accolades and shit like that. That's why I'll say artist instead of rapper. But she can spit too.
I give her top 5 MCs all time. Easily.
give her top 5 MCs?
Easily
Okay.
top 5. Women MCs? Women. Easily. Yeah. Definitely.
Maybe.
Winter or summer?
Winter or summer. That's nice. That's nice.
That's
That's easy.
nice.
That was easy. That's not easy, but that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Something's coming.
I might
Something's coming.
Somehow that scares me.
I think I might give it to thinking hard on this one. I think I might just give it to. I'm a little hot right now. I might give it to Winter. I think
Okay.
Yo, you're good with the building suspense, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Yeah.
snow or, you know, leaves. And I ain't talking about, you know, the physical.
Wait.
This nigga is spicy.
Hold on.
This nigga is spicy.
Like marijuana or
Nah, I think I know what he means
You know,
with
is that-
snow, but the leaves is throwing me a little
leaves
bit.
threw me off a bit. Yeah.
I know
Everything
I know
else
what
that's
the
not
leaves
snow.
are.
I guess you a snow or sandstorm.
Wait, what's the stance on?
All right,
Right.
he want to keep it PG. White women or the others?
Oh, that's what we talking about. I thought we talking about something completely different. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
I know his
I
wicked
thought we
mind,
were
so I
talking
already
about
know where he
something
was going.
completely different,
I
man.
know where he was going. You know, do you like to play in the snow, or you know? If it's snowing, you going? Like, what's your vibe?
You know, I say I love them all. You know what I'm saying? I think recently, you know what I'm saying, past few years, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out all my black women, you feel me? Because, like, there's just something like having that commonality. You know what I'm saying?
You almost happy there. So you said, I ain't gonna lie, last couple of years, and he was like, shout out to my black. I'm like, oh, you almost happy.
I was like, shout out to y'all, but
Word, nah, for real. I mean, cause like, you know, I've dealt with, you know, I feel like I can't say I dealt with all. I ain't gonna lie, like I think last couple of months, so I have like shout out to my Indian women, you know what I'm saying? I have, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They got a little sweet spot in my heart, you know what I'm saying?
Middle Eastern.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like they actually are solid. But I do feel like, you know, dealing with anybody else, you know, sometimes it might be a little like disconnect. And I don't know, I ain't gonna chalk it up just to that being like the reason too, you know. 'Cause I feel like you could definitely get around that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, once you have that little, you know, that mutual, I don't know, background, whatever the case is, like things are a little bit easier, especially when it comes to problems. If you have the same morals, yo, I feel like that's major. Yo,
Yeah.
I can't deal with someone who doesn't have this at least similar morals as me, bro. These bitches is crazy.
Oh shit. What's your ad name for the audience out there?
He said it already. We got it.
Fly
got
high, Drew,
it.
baby. We out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. All right, y'all got any other for this or that? You got one, P, or?
Nah. I definitely like what you did there.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
messed with that.
That was nice.
yo, Drew, shout out what you got to shout out. Any last remarks for you?
Yeah, yo, Fly High Drew out here, yo. New music on the way. I've been like I kind of mentioned earlier. I did take a little break off of R&B itself, just to kind of go back to the roots, focus on some more sample like music. So definitely stay in tune. We have project singles on the way. It's more catered to that, you know what I'm saying? Kind of gotta get some rocks off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely stay tuned. But other than that, appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me thus far. Appreciate y'all for
Of
having
course,
me.
course,
man.
man.
Thank you for coming out, bro.
Coming
Of
out.
course, man.
Always
But
welcome, friend of the show.
Yeah, we're stealing that.
Oh, we stole that already.
We're stealing that.
Yo, real quick, I do have a question of the day, though. I see you try to slip out of here before the question
Nah,
of the
we
day.
good.
What's your announcements? Cool. Bring it back. Real quick, there's a question for the room, but we're going to have Drew answer first, since she's the guest.
Yeah.
How do you handle, especially for you, being that you're an artist, being that you're in your R&B bag, you know, love songs, you know, whatever the case may be, how do you handle unwanted attention from women? Unwanted, like you don't even want this type of energy.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a great question. You know, I damn, that's a great question. You know, damn. I'm still trying to figure that out. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out.
I will come back to you. Let me repeat the question for you. How do you, Roby, handle unwanted attention from women?
I keep it straight up with them. I tell them what it is and what it's not. You feel me? So if I gotta maneuver my way out of it, that's all I gotta do. Respect.
You ever ran into some sharks that are like, smell the blood in the water and, you know?
They smelt the blood, but then they got hit in the nose.
This guy
respect
It's
that.
a
I
movie,
respect
son.
that.
Got hit in the nose.
I smelled the blood, but got hit in the nose.
Yo, Pete, same question, fam. This guy's hilarious.
I mean, you already know my situation, man. I don't really, I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I don't really, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't really know how to deal with it because it doesn't really happen as often. You know what I mean?
So the times it does
Yeah,
happen.
when it does happen though, let's unpack that.
Oh no, I'm honest with them. I'm like, hey, I'm in a relationship right now. I don't really do all of this.
Respect.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
I'm not gonna be the type of guy to say, "Yo, let's be friends" and stuff like that. Nah, I respect the relationship. I just
Black
let
men
them
don't
know.
cheat.
Yeah. for
Okay.
sure.
Dope. All right, boys. Drew.
Hey.
No, yeah.
I know, right, so it's going around
Oh,
in a circle.
nah. Just to echo some of your sentiments. Yeah, you just let them know what it is. Be honest with them. And if you're not interested, you're not interested. It is what it is. We're grown-ups. We could be honest with each other. You don't gotta be mean about it. You don't gotta be rude.
Yeah.
No, of course not. Yeah.
I love letting them down.
Yeah.
I love letting them down.
Yeah.
It's like my little personal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like getting my rocks off.
Oh.
TMI though.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We don't have to get back to you. We know it is. We know it is. Guys,
All right.
we've made it.
Yep. Great
Sir.
episode.
We've made
Yo,
it,
Drew,
man.
thank you for coming up here with us and just sharing your story and just giving the audience a little bit of background about yourself. Some of the stuff they may have not have known. As you know, you're always welcomed up here. Whenever friend of the show as always.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll be looking out for any new things that you
Definitely.
got going. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
Appreciate you guys.
we'll have your information in the bio. iTunes, Apple Music link, Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever the case may be.
Everything.
Everything, all that.
Well, this has been the Breachpoint podcast. We'd like to thank Drew once more. Round of applause. Appreciate you for coming out.
Yes, sir.
And with that, we out of here, man.
Breach.
Breach out.
Yes, sir.